So you're looking to move to Lealman in 2023. Well, in this video, I talk about the pro and con of moving to and living in Lealman. Let's have a look. Let's go. Hello and welcome to another episode of Orlando Living with Dee. And if this is your first time, please press that thumbs up button, show us some love, because we bring you community videos all throughout Greater Orlando, Tampa, and Tampa Bay areas. And today's community video is about the pro and con of moving to and living in Lealman. The very first pro, before I get into it, I do want to give a quick disclaimer. The pro and con is just my take. There's no right, there's no wrong. It really depends upon your situation and your family situation. So a pro to me could be a con to you could be a pro to me. So please take that with a grain of salt, or however they say it here. But the first pro of moving to and living in Lealman is that you have a lot of community parks. Lealman is located in Pinellas County, which has a lot of community parks. So if you have family, you have kids, it's always fun to kind of bring them. And if you love nature like I do, you know, it's really nice. You come on a beautiful day, maybe not so sunny as it is today, but come on a beautiful day, or maybe a later on towards the end of the day, and just go for enjoy a nice walk, look at this beautiful lake, and just have fun. So that is something that is good while you live here in Lealman. Now let's talk about the next pro of moving to and living in Lealman. The other pro of moving to and living in Lealman is the affordable housing. When you compare the average median price, which at the time of the shoot was just about $300,000, the average sold price was just about $295,000. It's a lot more affordable when you compare that to its neighboring suburban areas such as Largo, St. Petersburg, or Clearwater. So it makes it a little bit more attractive. It's a very family-friendly neighborhood, and you have a lot of options. Now, if you haven't watched my community video on Lealman, make sure to do so. If it's not released, it will be releasing very soon. That will give you a better overview of the housing, the real estate, the schools, hospitals, shopping, dining, everything in between. Now let's talk about the last pro of moving to and living in Lealman. One of the other pro of moving to and living in Lealman is its central location. It's located in Pinellas County. It provides you easy access to the nearby beaches of St. Petersburg and Clearwater. So the local residents have easy access to the local beaches just down the road. It gives you also a lot of vibrant cultural and other events that happens in the neighborhood and in the neighborhood cities across Lealman and Pinellas County. Now that the pro is over, let's talk about cons of moving to and living in Lealman. So one of the very first con of moving to and living in Lealman is the educational option. So if you have young kids like I do, in terms of the schooling option, Lealman has some options, but the neighboring town of Largo, St. Petersburg, Clearwater, Alsma, they have better option, and even Pinellas Park has better options as compared to Lealman. So that is one of the biggest con in my opinion. Now that this is done, let's talk about the next con of moving to and living in Lealman. So one of the con of moving to and living in is that when you are in Florida, you're going to encounter these little creatures like over here. And this is a very common thing. You're going to have occasional snake or an alligator. And if you're going to freak out like my wife does, then this place is probably not. This is one of the cons of moving to and living in Lealman. Now let's talk about the next one. Oh, hi. So the last con of moving to and living in Lealman is the humidity. You know, it's kind of nice that you're next to the coastal area, and if you love water, it's fantastic. But, you know, the summers are brutal because, you know, you are going to just sweat bullets. And if you have any extra sweat glands like I do, it's a nightmare. You know, summers are just absolutely hot and humid. And with as beautiful as the weather it is, it could turn into a tropical storm, and it's raining like no other day tomorrow. And you have to have some sort of an evacuation plan, because you're so close. When you compare that to Orlando, it's a little bit more inwards. We do get a lot of rain and a lot of wind, but in terms of evacuation, it's not that prone as compared to the Tampa and Tampa Bay areas. Now, these pros and cons are just my take on it, so take it with a little pinch of salt, I guess that's how they say it over here. I hope you get a lot of values from my videos, and if you do, please press that thumbs up button, subscribe to our channel. We put in a lot of energy, and if you are looking to buy that brand new home, make sure to check out Orlando Home Show. That's where I bring you model homes throughout Tampa, Tampa Bay, Orlando, and greater Orlando areas. And now that we are TikToking and Instagramming, make sure to check out at D Gupta Orlando and on TikTok and also on Instagram. Until the next community video, thank you for watching. Bye for now.